long time. But this man has been performing magic for over 30 years. He has been performing all over the country. He has been in competitions. He has been in both the adult and the children's entertainment fields. He's a great, great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Magic Mike Harvard!
Hey everybody, how are we doing tonight? Let's have a big round for Mr. Brandon!
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good magic word, but I've got an even better set of magic words. Those are, I love to read. Yeah, those are magic words. I love to read. I'll tell you what, everybody wiggle your fingers like this and say, I love to read. I love to read. See, and when we wiggle your... See, when you wiggle your fingers, what happens... Wait a minute. Here we go. Whatever you do, don't wiggle your fingers, because if you wiggle your... No, I said don't wiggle... I said don't wiggle your fingers, whatever you do. Don't. I said don't. I said don't.
Head off the stage. Please welcome back to the stage, Magic Mike Harvard! Hey! We're coming to one of my favorite parts of the show. This is where you all get to know a little bit about me. You see, I wasn't always a magician. Matter of fact, one of my first jobs ever was working in a spaghetti factory. It was my job to cut the spaghetti. And the first day on the job, I cut a piece of spaghetti that was old. I should mention, I used to work for this really nice old Italian man. His name was Mr. Murphy. So the first day on the job, I went up to Mr. Murphy. I said, hey, Murph, how's that? He goes, well, that piece of spaghetti is a little bit too short. So I went back and I cut a piece of spaghetti that was about that big. He said, that's a little bit too long. I'll be losing money. So I went back and I cut a piece that was about that big. He said, that's perfect. Perfect. Started to walk away and he said, come here, son. Called me son because I was so bright. He said, look, you're going to have to pay for those pieces you cut wrongly. I said, well, if I could make all the ends even, would I still have to do that? He said, no, you won't owe me a penny. So I gathered the spaghetti up like so. And I said, there, the ends are all even, I don't owe you a thing. And that's pretty much his reaction. He said, oh, sure, the ends are all even up here, but what about all that garbage down there? I said, that's simple. Snap your fingers, blow on it. Blow on it, don't spit. Then you give them a tug, and all three become the same. You see, that's one, that's two, and that's three.
Has anyone here ever read The Velveteen Rabbit before? You have. For those of you who haven't, it's a story of a little boy, and one year for Christmas in his stocking, holding a piece of holly in his paws, was a little velveteen rabbit. A velveteen rabbit is like a little stuffed rabbit. Here, I'll show you. I've got mine right here. This is my little pet rabbit, my little velveteen rabbit. Now, what happened in the story was the little boy got very, very sick. A little something called scarlet fever. And he kept some of his toys very close. You see, the little boy loved the rabbit, and the rabbit loved the little boy. Well, after he had been sick, the doctor told them to gather up all the toys, all of the bedclothes that the young boy had used when he was sick, which included his little rabbit. Now, they gathered all this up, put it out in the yard. The Velveteen Rabbit was sitting there and waiting because they were going to burn all of his toys, all of his books that he had come in contact with. And he shed one little tear. That tear fell to the ground, and from that tear a flower grew. And from that flower was a little fairy. And she came out and she said that she takes care of all the toys that little children loved but no longer play with. And she said, I take and I will make you a real live rabbit. And this,
2 spots on the other like that. If you want to show it as 1, you cover that side. 3, you cover that side, pretending to have a 3rd dot. Pretty sneaky, isn't it? Now, if you're over on this side and you want to show it as 4, you cover that side. 6, you cover that side, pretending to have a 6th dot. Now, I should mention that whenever you do this, you should never, ever, ever, ever move your hand. You move your hand, everybody's going to see you only have 2. And of course, if you're over here trying to tell me, look at me, I've got 6 dots, you're going to move your hand, they're going to... You know, the really funny thing about this is, if I show you 3 dots on this side, I end up with a bunch on that side and I've never been able to figure it out. So you guys promise you won't tell the secret? All right, great, thanks a lot.
are you sure? If you say so. Okay. She said, we're going to need everybody's help. So if you have a handkerchief, take it out. If you don't have a handkerchief, no, don't kiss me again. No. No, don't. Okay. And all you have to do is get your hand to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Come on, up and down. You've been wanting to participate the whole show. That's right. This is side to side. This is up and down. Well, I'd like to thank you all for inviting us out here today. Since you're all waving goodbye, it must be time to go. So thanks for having us, and goodbye. Thank you and enjoy.